Okay, guys, welcome to the chat. Mark, is it okay to use you as moderator for this one? Hiya, Mark. Nice to see you. Finally arranged the time where we can talk. Could I use you as moderator? Okay, I'll get you on. Just bear with me a second. Mark Hall. Add moderator. Okay, you should be up as moderator at least. Where's Roger? I don't know. I haven't heard from him for a while. Last comment I got from him was on my last video, which I'm sure you all had fun with. That took a lot of effort. Okay, there's 3 in the house with us. Welcome, welcome all. Thank you for joining. I haven't got a clue where Roger is, to be quite honest with you. He's been very quiet, so maybe he's been busy working, perhaps. I couldn't say. I don't really know. Hey, hiya, Scott. Welcome back. Good to have you in. All right, start doing some of these. All right, we're here. Yes. Yeah, the retro look, that was a bit of fun. Basically, I tried to do something out of the box because I usually do my normal stuff, and I wanted to try something a bit different with green screens and that. I'd ordered a lot of equipment, and yeah, he does. I ordered a lot of equipment for the channel, and obviously paid for by me, not eBayed. But yeah, Dark Angel, welcome back, brother. Good to have you here. Yeah, I ordered a lot of equipment, and I wanted desperately to do something different to upscale it. And I wanted a sort of Harry Enfield is a British comedian who did some skits on his show in that sort of fashion. And I've been thinking about it since doing the video and reviewing it and having great reaction to it. I may play the Ministry character again at some point. It won't be on a regular basis. It'll be sporadically. Obviously, when we get more info. I've been in contact with Scott and Mick and a few others, mostly, talking throughout the week. There's been a lot of activity. Unfortunately, Beggy Maimasan has again tried to promote a pregnant 20-year-old for either cash or for a boyfriend or something. I don't know. Crazy week. It's been a week of a lot going on, and Scott's been doing his usual investigative efforts. The guy's a great detective. He comes down really good. So yeah, 6 in the house, guys. Comment if you want. That's what we're here for. We're all here to talk. But yeah, it's been a very interesting week, to say the least. The release of the video was an interesting one. It's taken me about a month to get everything ready. I didn't even script it. I just sort of memorized notes, and you probably noticed in the video, I did a few notes on paper, and I didn't even use them. I just ad-libbed it as I went along, and it got off better ad-libbed than it did if I tried to script it. I've never been a dramatic art sort of a person, and that was one of the things that I liked about the video. It's just off the hip, and I got a good bunch of laughs out of it. Yeah, it's getting ugly. Let's put it this way. She's just grabbing any poor so-and-so from the street who's got herself into trouble or is desperate for a man and throwing them on the channel. It's sad. I mean, she's been using these girls so that they can get phones from well-off Westerners or foreigners and things like that. And it's crazy. It's really, really crazy. we had a good live stream the last time, but unfortunately, one of the guests took up most of my time with regards to e-begging and tried to knock me down a bit. But the fact of the matter is, I understood his point of view. Just unfortunately, the conversation went on too long. I should have cut it off earlier because I should have had more time for you guys. But luckily, little Miss Lucy was here to cover my back for me. And she's always there. So right now she's at work and should be around at some point in the next hour or so. Obviously, every jackass has a story. Lost his channel, but apparently he's got it back now. He's claimed lots of things that Levi's company contacted him. Now, here's the stupidity of it. His story doesn't make sense. Why would Levi's go to a pensioner to advertise their goods? They'd want to go to a younger channel or a channel with millions of people subscribe, not 30,000. So needless to say, it's been a very interesting week with these guys. Been a lot going on with a lot of the so-called new channels and also the old channels and everything else. It's just unbelievable. Yeah, no, well, the thing is, Mark, at the time that you left, I was chatting to a gentleman called Lost the Nomad. I mean, don't get me wrong, good enough guy. I mean, I've got no issue with him personally. He just took up a lot of my time trying to get his points across. I mean, he did get his point across, but so did I. We agreed to disagree. I don't know whether he was testing me. He's in another group that I'm involved with, and I felt a bit bad that he'd taken up most of my time and I couldn't give more time to you guys to discuss things. But luckily, Lucy took over the comments and had everything covered. So I was saved. Yeah, I mean, Scott has been doing great work investigating. He's been passing me info. I've also been hunting down myself. Obviously, we spoke about Roger earlier. You made a message on it, and Roger did a great video. His last video was really, really good. He's doing a lot of great stuff, but like you say, he's probably very busy right now. And we had, obviously, Mick's been doing his bit as well. He'll probably be around sometime or other. He did mention he would try to be because he's been busy with work and God knows what. But we'll get there. Oh, well, definitely. Opinions, I have plenty of them. My opinions are very strong, and maybe people call me moralistic. I don't think so. Maybe it's the way I was brought up. I was brought up that if you work, you earn. You don't beg. And if you're able-bodied and able to do a job, you should go out and work. This shouldn't really be a career. It should be a hobby. The only time this is a career for people is when they've got like 1 million subs. Ivana Alawi for one. Beer Meets Food for another. What's that guy's name? That famous one is all over America. Logan Paul. People like that, that's a career for them because they got like millions of subs. So they are pumping out videos all the time. And quality videos. I mean, these are quality videos, but you get these people who just come on there. The most recent one is Chromosome Anne. Was basically Scott pointed out something. I reviewed the video he mentioned on her channel, and she can't even speak to the public. She can't even do a live stream. She can't even get her point across. And she did a hotel room tour. That was fun. You could see somebody was videoing her. It was a foreign male. She tried to make it as if she was there on her own. Scott called her out on it, and it was clear she was not on her own. it's just crazy. Uh, yeah, vacation. Lucky boy. I wish I could. Everything looks bad in the Philippines right now. Everything's locking back down. I'm glad you're getting a break. You need it. Um, Everything's locking down back in the Phils again. We surprisingly have zero official COVID people here, COVID patients, whatever you want to call them. We've had only visiting ones. People coming over for UK for business meetings. They've been tested and quarantined. There was a bunch, but locals, right as of the last 2-3 weeks, we have been COVID clear. The nation itself has been, I think it's 85% vaccinated, even though there's only 34,000 people. But you've got to add in another 1,000 or 2,000 or 10,000 on top for visitors who work here. So, good. That's right. Yeah, because they'll all be not eating till the nighttime sort of thing. Yeah, I can understand that. So you've got a month off. At least you get to go home, have a little bit of a break. Just hope things start to open up soon. Once again, Flippy Hands has been sort of giving information regarding this, and his information has been half and half. Somebody even mentioned on one of his live streams that they could get a flight ticket for the winter for $525 US. And he said, "Oh, go for it, go for it." And I'm thinking, you stupid ass, don't tell him to go for it. We don't know what's going to happen. He's given out information regarding land ownership, which I gave 4 months ago. It's crazy. The Sims that are following his channel and paying to follow his channel, whilst mine is absolutely free. Oh, God. It's been fun. We've got 5 online with us now. So, guys, anytime you want to drop a message, the Flippy Travel Agency should be made defunct. Yeah, offering good deals on flights, offering good deals on how to bloody con you and take your money. He's very good at that. He's definitely a flight risk. Well, apparently now he's gone to look for another condo in Cebu to stay there. I wonder if he's going to go share a room with Skinny Rike. Frog Towers. Or was it Toad of Toad Hall? Isn't that Beatrix Potter? Yeah. Toad Hall. Oh, hello. Sorry, guys. I'm technically speaking on call. Technically speaking, so I've got to check this message. I will not be a second. Okay. Yeah, I'm on call and tomorrow just sort of, I've got to organize my team, split them into 2 to do 2 things. It's crazy. This lockdown thing's messed up everything. And we're open now. But because other nations are locked down, it makes our jobs even more harder. But yeah, it's funny because Lucy asked me a couple of months back to book the tickets for this late this year. And I refused, quite simply because I suspected that things might go tits up again. And it's starting to look that way. So not going to lose that money again. He does seem to be, and they seem to be avoiding him. I wonder why. It makes me wonder whether Flippy left Duma to go to Cebu to get away from the Epstein Island curse and labeling that we've all put on them. It makes me wonder if that's one of the reasons he ran. I don't know. Yes, I do. I do chat to Andy on the odd occasion. When we've got information to share, we do pass it on to each other. He's definitely a decent fella. I mean, to everybody's taste, different people, different tastes. He gets a lot of stick, but he does a lot which a lot of people won't do, and he calls them out. So whether you love him or hate him, at least he's trying to do something. That's the question. Nobody knows. Nobody knows whether his girlfriend has left him or not. The last video I saw that he did, he was sat on a park bench outside of one of the condos or in one of the malls or something, open air malls, and he looked really bad. His face was ridiculously spotty. He was gaunt, very, very scrawny. Maybe he's not got enough money for food. Who knows? But he definitely did not look healthy at all. Yeah, exactly. You can't. This is it. But obviously, there's been a branding and labeling of these guys. And have you noticed two of the younger ones ran? It's the typical scenario of a sinking ship and rats leaving the sinking ship. How many times have we seen that? Now this is what's happening. Every jackass has got his channel back. He now is claiming a lot of different stories about what happened. To be honest with you, if he was foolish enough to believe that Levi's would send a contract via WhatsApp, I didn't think he was that stupid. Maybe I gave him credit for too much intelligence. You know, Mr. Cruise Liner, Mr. Bowling Alley, Mr. Millionaire, Mr. Rope in my bag to go to the Philippines with. Seriously, that guy has some issues. Let's see. Froggy's video he filmed. That's what I mean, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he claimed he wanted privacy. He claims he wants privacy for him and his girl. He doesn't want him on his channel. But he had no problem some months ago having her on his channel all the time. But when Andy Omar made an issue out of it, chicken, that was hilarious. He literally shut her down. And now she's no longer on his channel. I don't know what his channel is anymore. Is it a news channel? Is it a lifestyle channel? Is it a tadpole channel? I really don't know anymore. Ego Girl, since her engagement in Cebu with all the other girls, you know, Miss this and that, yeah, there has been a reduction in the amount of videos she's been posting. She's been keeping up live streams, not as much as she uses, you know, Flippy's ex. And it doesn't seem good because at the end of the day, something's going on. I reckon there was a third party involved in that relationship, and that's what ended it. That's just me. Yes. Oh, was he? I think every bonehead lives in a fantasy world. He does not live in reality. You know, this is a guy who said he went to the Philippines with a rope in his bag so he could commit suicide. Really? What's he waiting for? They got ropes in the Philippines. Quite good ones as well. Not expensive. Sorry, I shouldn't mock people doing that sort of thing. But the fact of the matter is, you know, why talk about it? You're trying to get sympathy. And that's all I see is, you know, they're trying to garner sympathy and gather up friends and buddies. You know, he went on to Old Dick's channel stating how he'd lost his channel with 30,000 subscribers and that his channel was very big now. Oh, God. Ivana Alawi has, I think, is it 3 million subs? She doesn't have a rope in her bag. Crazy. There's also other ones. The Pinoy baiters, such as the Juicy couple, have been baiting Ivana Alawi for that matter. Crazy. No, they won't. Let's put it this way. I made a live stream, which my wife got upset because I targeted directly and made a live stream regarding this e-begging crap and how Ego had put a strap band at the bottom, like I have there, stating that she accepts super chat, she accepts donations, and I made it very clear that is just clear begging, you know. And then she put it on again after her time with Miss Thing, Miss Thing Diary. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. Well, that person cajoled her into putting it back on. And what made me laugh is that's what I mentioned in my retro live stream, sorry, retro video. I'd mentioned that strap band was a mistake and it's a joke. And I also mentioned that asking for donations, especially when you say it's for school. Sorry to say, my daughter attends that same school, STI. It has been shut down for over a year. They are not taking money. They're not taking anything. They're not even doing online stuff. So it's bullshit. She says she needs money for her family. And the other one, the three-lettered girl, the short, pathetic girl, has once again been asking for money to build her grandfather's house in Cebu. Now, I don't get that. You get money hand over fist. You got a boyfriend that's loaded, get money off them. And worst of all, why are you asking for the general public to pay for his stuff? If you had any honesty, decency, or pride, you'd go out, get a job, and pay for your own grandfather's tiles. But no, a week later, after she made the begging live stream showing how poorly they lived, surprise, surprise, boxes of tiles appeared. Pathetic. Yeah, school of the streets. I mean, not being funny, these girls had no shame at all whilst on their holidays asking for somebody to pay for their holidays for them. You know, I took a bit of a bashing from Lost the Nomad, which is fair enough, on my last live stream where he said, why am I complaining about it? Because I don't think it's right. And I still don't. You know, I've done everything myself in my life. And I guess that's just because I've never asked anybody for anything. If I've been down the worst parts of life possible, where I've had no money, not even to feed my children. Do you know, I mean, I don't know if anybody else has experienced that, where I've had to literally go out and beg for a day job just to make money to feed my kids. I mean, personally, I would have licked the streets clean so long as I could feed my kids if they would pay me money to do it. That's how bad the situation was. And, you know, if a guy goes into a store and steals a loaf of bread to feed his children because he has nothing, for me, that's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. But if somebody goes on there, able-bodied, can work, and there are jobs in Dumaguete right now, from what I found out, and they don't even come from Dumaguete, which is even worse. There are jobs there to be had. Why in the blue F are these girls e-begging? Because it's easy. Because they learned from the best. Flippy Hands, the Padawan of Rike, the apprentice. So, yeah. Three-letter girl. Yes. No, the grand. Oh, nice one, Scott. Good shot. Yes, her grandfather, the real one. Not the grandfather that she's in bed with. The other grandfather that used to sing her nursery rhymes while she was in bed with the other grandfather. Scott, you just killed me, bro. Oh, that was hilarious. Oh, dude. Oh, best one yet. When Lucy gets in, I'm going to have to tell her that. But yeah, Scott's also been doing his bit. I've got to admire the guy. I love Scott because he's been going out and onto these people's live streams and firing shots at them. And I understand where he's going with it. Half the time it goes over their heads. But I'm sitting there, I'm watching his comments, and I'm pissing myself because I know exactly where he's targeting. And these people don't have a clue. When Scott commented on Chromosome Ann on her chat, on her live stream, he sent me the link and he sent me the video to it, and I died. I literally wet myself. I just needed fucking adult diapers, for heaven's sake. I was literally in tears because he didn't care. He just went straight through it, and he says, "How long have you known Ego Flippy Ann's girlfriend?" You gotta love Scott. Seriously, Scott's brilliant, and he doesn't care. Now, here's another one to watch out for. You've probably seen him on live stream. I'm going to mention his name quite clearly. MYK Philippines Journey. It's obviously I'm using Mick or Mike Philippine Journey. He's someone I saw recently, and he has been all over everybody's live streams and trying to get subs, people to jump onto his channel, sub up to him. It's really desperate to do that. I don't do that. I really don't. I have no need for that. Yeah. Well, apparently a lot of Andy's subs really don't like him. I was watching a post that Andy did the other day, I think it was yesterday, and I saw these Andy's subs literally attack this guy like mad. They just told him, he said, he's no better than the rest. He just seems to want to grow his channel. They called him a fat secretary or something, or whatever they called it, but fat barista. I can't remember, but it was hilarious, and they really took him down. I'd warned Andy about this individual who had been on Andy's live stream, and the same night had jumped onto Flippy's ex's live stream, onto Flippy's live stream, onto the 3-Letter Gold live stream, all one after the other. Oh, hi, it's Mike here, NYK here, you know, come over to my channel. 1 minute he's on Andy's channel slagging these people down. The next minute he's on their channels. Wow. They did mention that. They did mention his hair. I mean, the only thing I don't like about this guy is he claims to know so much about the Filipinos. He's hardly been there a year. I mean, that's up to him. He can put whatever he wants on his channel. But worst of all is his pandering to the other channels, especially trying to get, you know, Mr. Ron and Ed, who's usually on my channel as well. And there's a bunch of others that the regulars, Scott will know them because Scott will have seen them as well. And he's trying to get them over to his channel. To be honest with you, I'd rather not have them. I'd rather have decent people. I think the only one that comes onto my channel from theirs that I'm aware of is Ed from Queens, and I've discussed the situation with him. He has his opinions. I have mine. I respect the guy. Don't necessarily agree with him, but I respect him. I don't. I get a lot of information from others, and we sort of like share the. We have a roster. I think we should get a roster up because we seem to be sharing this. I get information from Mick. I get information from Scott. I get information from Andy. I pass information over. There was one thing that I did want to say here about a certain individual. And oh, Lost is there. Hello, Lost. I thought you were in hospital. My mistake. Lost with us, guys. Yeah, I mean, as I was saying, there is one individual who I know for a fact I got information on very good from my wife, and she knows the person. She saw it all. was there was a certain female who tried to steal another female's old guy. How are you doing, bro? Are you better? I mean, I know you went in for an extension. I thought 12 inches was enough for you. You don't need more than that. Sorry? No, I don't have any contact with him at all. I don't think he's subbed on my channel. I've never spoken to him, and I don't know him. I've only seen him on Andy's channel a couple of times, and I saw him, like I say, bouncing from stream to stream, trying to garnish all the subs that he could. So weird. Baker's dozen, 13. Well done. Yes. Exactly. A certain elderly pensioner, who likes bikini funds and that. That's the one. So, yeah, and that's a fact. I know this because my wife was informed by said person's GF that happened. Like I say, my wife knows these people. She don't like them. Let's put it this way. Mei-san changed a lot. She wasn't the same person. In the last year, she even blocked my wife on Facebook, and that, which upset my wife, because all my wife tried to do was tell her the reality of what was going on. She wouldn't accept it. This is a girl who's never done these things before, and all of a sudden she's been forced into them. She thinks they're normal. My wife tried to advise her. She didn't listen. There you go. I was actually hoping that Roger would be on with us tonight, or even Mick. I think Mick is busy helping his cousin or something. And Roger, I think, is just busy. It would be nice to have those boys on. But at least we've got Mark here, because every time I've done one of these, no matter what hour, I either catch Mark at work or I just don't. It's just a time difference issue. But now it's a bit better, because now he's in the US for a month or so. I can literally get some live streams done. Just to give you guys an update, the last video I did, like I say, I hope all you guys enjoyed it. I will be reprising that character and maybe throwing in a few more characters at some point. I've got some ideas playing with me, and even Lucy, surprisingly, was against the idea at first. But when she saw the video, she literally wet herself. She was just in tears of laughter. I did this. I recorded all this when she was out at work, and then I did a hell of a lot of editing. It took a lot of work to get all the elements together, get everything just right. But I had fun. It was good fun. Yes, beyond belief. No, of course not. Well, not being funny, they're going to get a bad reputation, and these guys are just giving us people that go to the Philippines a bad reputation. I mean, I don't like the idea of going to a bar or a cafe or even a supermarket and being looked at as if I'm just some scumbag, broke ass foreigner. I pay my way. I drop a lot of money in the Philippines when I'm there. I'm happy to do so. I have a great time there, and I love and respect the culture, even though there's many differences to us. Next video is going to be about that. There's a lot of differences to us, but I love and respect it. And, there's good and bad everywhere. But the thing is, the Philippines is very close to my heart for many reasons. Not only have I got family there now, I fell in love with it the first time I went there. And it's weird. I never thought I would go crazy. I mean, I've been to loads of countries, but there's just something about the Philippines that that's very close to my heart. This is what it is. Yes, none of them are. They're all from outside. putting the foreigners aside, not one of those girls is from Dumaguete, and it's what boils my wife's blood. Is they're using Duma as a home base, and the reputation has been ruined. My wife's got a couple of friends who happen to be vloggers in the area, and they're not happy about it because they don't want to be tarred with the same brush either. So, you know, there's decent female vloggers there. There's village people in the Philippines or something. Very, very good content. There's obviously Ivana Lawi, I've mentioned her. You get a laugh out of her. She's a rich kid anyway. There's lots of good vloggers there, but there's also the usual crap ones. And they're all over the place, sadly enough. We have got 7 with us. I was going to do this on a Saturday to make it better for people, but unfortunately, like I say, I'm on call, so I couldn't take the chance of being called out in the middle of a live stream. Imagine that. Yeah. Oh yeah, you probably get the wife's company, but you wouldn't get mine. I get it. But no, right now the latest information I've got is they have extended no foreign entry unless it's emergency reasons until the 30th of April. So we do not actually know what's going to happen next. It's not looking good. And to be honest with you, if by August there's no clear clarity to the situation, I think we're going to call 2021 another washout. Yes. Yeah, did you notice that? I saw the video after you mentioned it. I watched the video, and I literally sat here, and it was like having a 5-year-old kindergarten child take me on a tour of their classroom. Here we have the bricks. Here we have the sponge. And there is the toothbrush, but forget about the toothbrush. Let's look at the shower. I seriously, I could not keep a straight face. That was bad. God knows. I'm sorry, I'm being critical, but hey, that's what I do. You know, if you're going to give content, do something decent. Put some liveliness into it, for heaven's sake. Another one that was coerced into creating a channel. As I've always said, this was not, even it's on one of my videos on my channel. I wasn't planning to do this on my channel. This was never going to be the case. But COVID time has screwed me over. And everyone else. Yeah. A 4-star. And it even had a flushable toilet. By the way, that room cost $1,700 under discount per night. She obviously was not paying the bill. Yes, she does that a lot. Slams the menu down on the counter, is very rude to the staff. Remember, this is the same individual who I know for a fact, and I have evidence to prove it, who legged it from a Darwin hotel, leaving a massive bill behind. And the way, how do I know this? How can I have this information? Very simple. My wife is a close friend of the head receptionist of that hotel, who got in contact with my wife to ask if she knew her. The bill was huge. So, and apparently she's done the same in her own hometown of Bohol. This isn't a first. So, take that for what you want or for what you will. I have my sources as well, and they're good ones. And that person's prepared to show me the bill and everything. So if I get hold of it, I'll let you know. Unfortunately, this is going to continue until I think things open up again and they get their new boyfriends coming over from Europe and America and Australia and all that. So yeah, it's going to be fun. That's going to be a rush. There's not much to be confused about. I'll explain. As far as I'm aware, and from what the missus found out, she was in Bohol, her hometown, and she ended up in Dumaguete. There was some foreigner. They legged it from a hotel. I think the foreigner went back after a couple of months, just before or just during COVID, went home, and she decided to stay in Duma. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she may be living in the same apartment as Flippy's girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, sorry. Well, they tried, apparently, because this girl doesn't have a registered address, hence the living with Flippy's ex. It says a lot. I mean, they could go to Duma to track her down, I'm sure, and that's up to them. Maybe it's too awkward now with lockdown and COVID. I don't know. Because right now, all that area is back down into lockdown. Valencia, the Valencia or Epsteinville has been shut down for the next week or so, I think. Probably. She claims that she's single, but as you know and I know, the videos show different. And yes, I caught the part when the foreign guy got all cutesy wootsy with the pussycat. And it was clear as day. Definitely a foreigner, definitely male. Obvious as hell. Remember, this is the same girl that tried to steal May Massan's boyfriend. So, yeah, it's all interesting. I don't think we're going to see Andy today. There's a possibility, but I doubt it. It would be nice if he could. And definitely Roger and Mick seem to be otherwise occupied. But unfortunately, it's been a week of interesting events. I have noticed an upscale in Flippy's live streams and videos. He is obviously hurting for cash, and therefore he's popping these live streams for his benefits as often as he can. We're going back to the old way of doing things now. And him and Anal Adventures are best buds now. They do everything together. Apparently, they probably shower together for all I know. Wouldn't surprise me. All Flippy's done in the last month or so has been belittle women in the Philippines, talking about relationships and how to deal with them, and that he wouldn't go with a woman over 30-ish, I think he said. Because obviously he's hot and sexy and wonderful man. This is a guy giving relationship advice, and he couldn't even hold on to his own relationship. Are you kidding me? Fuck's sake. Probably. Somebody's got to do it. And he's going to try to feed off his normal simps. The thing is, I just hope that sooner or later their simps realize they're not getting value for money. Not from that twat. He's definitely not value for money. Hiya, Mike. Nice to see you, mate. Yes. Oh, I would say I've got a frog in my throat, but no, I don't want a frog anywhere near me. Yeah, that Mike, that's hilarious. Yeah, totally. I totally agree. If he does any more, I mean, I saw he had placed 2 live streams and 1 video on Premiere on the 12th, the 13th, the 14th, or was it the 13th, 14th, and 15th consecutive? I don't know if you saw that. It just popped up on my recommended on my TV. You call up YouTube and it was there. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I mean, I've got no issue with that, but to slag down women the way he did in his video, mate, was just outrageous. The way he talks about them, serious, it's not good. I mean, you can have your opinion, save it for the bar, save it for the boys. Don't put it on a live stream because you've got other people there. He's actually got some Filipinos watching. I mean, what does it say about him? It's just not good. I mean, if you're going to talk like that, fine. Like I say, keep it within your group. Talk to your friends about it. Don't put it on fucking live. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Sorry for the swearing, guys. It's just one of those days where I just forget my politeness. Yeah, exactly. That's why I try to reject that comment. Ah, yes, that individual will be known as GIO. You could do the math from that. Yes, apparently now he's staying in Cebu. He lied to his subs that he was going back and that he didn't have enough finances, and they were throwing money on his super chat. I saw the live stream, and I was disgusted. He ended up with quite a chunk of change at the end of it. That he was going back to US within 6 weeks because he had some things to deal with there. But it struck me as odd. Why would you take your bike to Cebu if you were going to the US? Where are you going to store your bike? It logic did not clear, and people didn't see it. Probably they did fan out. I mean, I would not be surprised. I'm sure he's tax dodged and everything else, and I know the tax thing in the US is quite a serious issue. They slap you quite hard, don't they? Yeah, I can agree. I'm lucky. When I met Lucy, there was only a 4 or 5 year age gap difference. Though, if you look at us, looks like there's 10-year age gap difference. Probably long, probably more. But I was very fortunate because Lucy and I've got a lot in common. Same sixth sense of humor, and I wouldn't change it for the world. We've been through hell. You know, Lucy's medical condition, my medical condition. We went through hell together, and I wouldn't change her. This woman makes me absolutely happy. You know, there are times where I feel like crap, and she boosts me up. Yeah, definitely. He'll dump her on the street like he normally does. Um, Dude, if it worked for you, great. I mean, totally. I'm not trying to make an issue. I'm just saying on a personal basis. I totally respect that. If you guys get on and everything goes great, it does great. But I think that Latina girls, especially from that neck of the woods, seem to be more mature a lot quicker than those in the Philippines, in my opinion. I know because I live next door to Spain. I see Latinos all the time. I speak Spanish. I'm fluent. And so I know the culture and other people, and the girls seem to be much more mature, especially than the boys, at a younger age. So, in my opinion, I think they mature quicker than the Filipino girls. But that's just my opinion, and I don't mean any harm to either. Yeah, that's my problem. My missus is only 4 years younger than me, and I'm already looking like Kirk Douglas's bloody leftovers, and she looks younger as hell. How she does it, I'll never know. Maybe it's because she picks on me all the time, making me feel old. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, my issue isn't so much that Gio was being particular about age. My issue was the fact that he was literally slagging down any Filipina above a certain age. I've met lots of Filipino women, and that they're nice people. Shouldn't talk bad about him, especially not on a live stream. If you're going to do that, keep it in a private conversation or something. You know what I mean? Guy's just got no bloody morals. Yeah, I would agree to that sometimes, but sometimes they do, and totally. I know. I only wish, and I wish I had his money. My God. Hey, Ed, I hate you. I hate you. I mentioned you earlier on. I hate you. But welcome back to the channel. Apparently, Ed thinks I'm old. I don't love you anymore, mate. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna have a chat about women and that, try to keep some certain modesty and moralistic things. If you're gonna slag them down, do it in closed doors. It doesn't make sense to me. But hey, each to their own. The wife should be here soon. Very late day today. Right, okay. Just for those who just entered the room, I don't know if you saw my last video. I had a lot of fun doing it. And there are a couple of people missing today, but unfortunately, they're not going to be here with us. Right? Yes, but as I said before, I want to get back to it. The frog looks really bad right now. Oh, yeah, but Ed, I don't get to see you in live streams. So I can't slag you down. There you go. I've got Mark is my moderator today. He's doing a great job. Yes, and the less said about it, the better. I know she's trying hard, but she should hardly try. It is what it is, and it's no better than chromosomes one either. It's sad. It really is. Yeah, because this guy can't accept them. I'm not monetized, guys. I have no rush to be monetized. I make my own money, and I'm happy to fund my own lifestyle. It's how I was brought up. I don't need people to fund it for me for free. Yes, if you can, I'm sure the moderator would happily take it and spend it on his pina coladas in Florida on the beach. You gits, I hate you, Mark. Lucky bugger. Unfortunately, we've just had bad rain and continuous wind and cold and horrible here. It should be warm and sunny because it's already April. I know what the hell's happened. Oh, hang on. I know. The weather condition is to be blamed on COVID, as everything else is. Sorry, guys, drink. But going back to Scott's previous comments, Anal Adventures. Yes, I've seen it. It's not good. It's very bad. Oh, because right, okay, I can explain that one. Because she went on to Flippy's channel and also her boyfriend's channel, and their subs boosted her channel. That's how it's done. That's why MYK was going on to all these channels to get a boost as well. So yeah. on the beach, gin and tonic. Well, damn. Okay. Yeah. I guess probably is, but the way it's been done, they could do it a lot better. I mean, put some decent content on the channel. In this case, and I've got no love for the P, but at least she tries. Yeah. Well, apparently, according to what I heard, since lockdown, there's a lot more jobs in Duma than there used to be when they started to open things back up again. So 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Most Filipinos, when they can't get decent money at home, they go abroad. OFWs. What can I say? Yeah, that's a weird one. To use the excuse that he wants more privacy, but yet he had her on his channel all the time, doesn't cut any mustard with me. To be quite honest with you, he's hardly put anything out, and it's always been a bullshit news taken from one source and not verified or the veracity checked. And he's just sort of gone ahead and done it anyway. And she's been nowhere to be seen. I think he got so hungry he ate her, but that's my opinion. Yeah, he was. I don't follow him either. I saw it in the last video. Yeah, it came up on my recommended on my TV. And Mrs. turned around and says, "Why don't we have a look?" I didn't really want to watch it because I don't like the guy, but I did. And you were absolutely right, Mike. More spots there. You could do it like a dot-to-dot book. He did not look healthy at all. Oh, if the chat. You can join if you want, so long as we stick to the fun. I'll put the line out in a minute. Yes, he doesn't look healthy at all. It's not a good look for him, definitely. Yeah, a lot of people are saying the same thing. I've heard the gossip on that, and it did not look good. I could barely get it, mate. Yeah. It did not look good. Yeah. A lot of people were saying the same thing. I went onto a few other channels and they were saying the same thing. A lot of people in the comments were saying it. They reckon he had COVID and that's why he was away for quite a while. I don't know what the truth is, but he's come back and he's got a face full of lumps and he looks gaunt and looks sort of very pale. So, okay. We got Lost joining us, guys. Hello, mate.
Hey, how's it going?
Not too bad. How you doing?
Oh, all good, all good.
How was your op? Okay.
Yeah, it was good. It's just endoscopy I had done today.
I hope it wasn't the rear end.
Nah.
Right. I had to.
The way
Was
the
it
throat,
me?
the way the throat feels, I'm glad I wasn't from the other end.
I had that done to my knee some years back, and they put me under with so much drugs that when I got up, I didn't want to wake up. Yeah, but they did my knee, and a good job too, because I had where the knuckle joint is, I had a crack in the top cartilage, so you had a gap, and it was like sort of poking up. And every time I walked, the knee would rub, and that crack would get worse. And luckily, they glued it back down, thankfully. Okay, could be stress. Yeah, I don't know. The guy does not look healthy. The frog definitely does not look healthy. All right, but yeah, I'm glad your operation went well, and hopefully everything should be good now. No lost.
Yeah, I have. I don't want to get too in depth with it, but yeah, I've got some other things just kind of going on health wise. Nothing major. I do have a problem with my esophagus, so we'll have all that taken care of soon here. So
good, good. I'm glad. It's important.
Yeah, no spring chicken anymore. So
age is not an option here. Don't listen to Ed. Ed is lying to you.
when when I had a lot of them older guys telling me when you get into your 40s, that's when you're going to start having more issues, and they weren't lying.
Yes, apparently Lost has been to Phil's. That's one for you from Scott.
Yes, I've been numerous times. It's just been 10 years ago since I was there.
Maybe a species of frog. Yeah. Well, I think you might be right there. I think he's cracking. But I don't know. It seems like the guy's under a lot of pressure. I know he's been attacked by a lot of individuals, a lot of people, not just Andy, but there's a load more going for him. And I do believe that from what I heard, the information I got was he was under investigation. By whom? I don't know precisely. I wasn't being told that, but hey, that can also cause stress.
I know you don't like to use names, so I put something in the private chat to verify something. If you click private chat, could you let me know if I'm correct in
Yeah,
thinking who
hang
this
on.
person is?
I'm on StreamYard, so I'll have a look on where are we?
On your top right, you can click private chat or comments.
Yeah, just looking at so I don't use them much. So
Oh, you can look at all the you don't actually have to be on YouTube to see all the comments. You just click on the comments so you can see everything that's being posted, and you can post
yeah.
there also.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look. Right. This is all. All right, got it. Yeah, got it.
Okay.
Yes, that's the same one. Yes,
Okay.
one and the same. Definitely one and the same. We don't use it because basically they get upset, and I don't want to, rock the boat for these crybabies. It's it's one thing, and it's
I,
another. So
I know a lot of people dislike this guy. I personally don't necessarily see the issue. I mean, there are issues there. Let me say there's like he's like a great guy or anything, but I don't see the big giant deal that everybody else seems to see.
mm. Well, all I'll tell you is from my knowledge, from what I've seen myself, what's been shown to me is to do with his more membership videos.
Yeah, so I only know him by YouTube, and I think I followed him on Instagram or something for a while. I haven't kept really up with him over the past say couple years, but with the first couple years, I definitely did watch a lot of his stuff because for me personally, I like the when people, not just guys, just people in general, when they move to a different country, the fish out of water aspect of it, how they're getting to know a place and how everything's shocking and surprising to them. Those videos are attractive for me for entertainment purposes because
yeah, I mean, if you
we've
do,
all had that. We've all had that fish out of water feeling traveling to a place for the first time.
yeah. I mean, that's good, but it's not those. It's not fish out of water. It's what he does to you in bed that's important, and
Yeah.
that's what his videos are about. They are basically supposed to be educational videos of what you can do to your Filipina and how you can make her do it. Not,
Now, I will say, just off of his videos only, I agree with not everything, but I agree with a large portion of what he says. I mean, we could break it down, topic by topic, and like something I don't agree is only shooting for a girls of the Pacific age.
well,
Uh,
this is it. I mean, he does that. He also tells you what you can do with them in bed and how to
Now,
encourage them when they don't want to. So,
so so a lot of people pointed me to this video. A lot of people called it the sodomy video that was on
mm,
YouTube. I completely disagree with everybody's told me in that. As a man, when you want we'll say bed relationships, you go. It don't matter where they're from in the world. For a matter, it's just a girl in general. You if you want say the anal, then you try to push forward a little bit. You try to coerce them a little bit. I mean, if you're doing it, overly aggressive. I mean, there's ways to go about it and be, gentlemanly, for lack of a better word here. Um, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I mean, I've personally done it in my relationships and these types of
well,
things.
yeah, okay, fine, fair enough. I understand that, but what we do in our bedroom, we're all men. We're all grown men. We know what we do in bedroom. We're not no one's a prude here. Fact the matter is, lost his talking about the frog. We're no prudes here, and we've all done things, but there comes a time where you should say, "Excuse me, we're grown men." I think most men know what they're doing in the bedroom. They don't need a course. It just seems like he's selling smut. That's the way I see it. I mean,
he's selling what? Would you say?
Sorry?
Would you say he was selling
Smut?
Oh, smut. Okay. Now he might be. I don't think so as far as his YouTube channel is concerned. If he has other outlets that I'm not aware of, then obviously I can't comment on that. But I disagree with the
Sorry,
YouTube.
why is just contacting me?
Okay, and I'll answer Scott's question. So
Yeah.
Scott, in the Phils, probably the most time I spent in any one of the cities has been Cebu. Next after that would probably be Manila, just because every time I fly into there, I always spend at least a week there. But I've kind of done the tour. I'm more of a travel guy. I kind of like to bounce around. I used to be more of a backpacker type. So I used to just kind of bounce around the Philippines. So I've been to a good portion of the Philippines, but I've probably never spent in one city longer than probably 3 weeks.
I think Mark's got an answer to what you said earlier, and I think he's sort of hit the money on that one. I'll put it back up. Sorry.
Let's see. I think the big knocks for. I agree with the. So I'm a very analytical. This is one reason I kind of with the frog, because that's what you'll call him. He's very analytical. He uses logic. He likes to use data. I like to do those same things myself. The data just shows that men want typically the younger women. Whether you agree or disagree, all statistics point to this. This is factual. There's no way to get around it. Now, do I agree just targeting a certain age group? No, absolutely not.
Welcome home, honey.
The lift is not working.
The lift is not working. Okay, another one from Scott.
I don't know who broke the lift.
Did you try the other buttons on that?
So, all right, let's say you have to go back to Scott. Let's say you have a particular sexual preference. Let's just say doggy. Just this is basic, almost sexual position. Okay. What if she don't like it, but you love it, like your favorite position? Would you want to consider to reevaluate that if she don't want to do that? I mean, everybody draws one. I'm sure we all have friends that are just like the anal dog. That's all they want. That's all they want. Obviously, they probably want to, in their relationship, they probably want a girl who's going to go for that.
Lucy, Mark says, welcome home. All right. Okay. Moving on. Sorry, but here's a funny one.
Yeah, analytic Jeff for sure. So yeah, I will just say that I listened to that, and in no way was he being disrespectful in that video, in my personal opinion. He just said, hey, if that's what you want, hey, you should reevaluate the situation if that's someone you want to be with or not.
Well, there's a lot to be said. Like I said, everybody's got their opinions on this. I personally don't do my bedroom laundry in public. I wouldn't expect others to do that. And certainly I wouldn't try to sell it. Joy of sex, according to Rike.
If you have, all right, so, but you got to remember this guy. Hello, how are you?
Lucy, this
your wife.
Boss. Yeah. The boss, she's in.
So his platform is kind of helping guys. So he probably gets that question a lot of time. Listen, actually, we all get the question when you travel somewhere. Guys will ask specific questions about sex. Are they into this? Are they into that? Obviously, anal dogs are out there. So if that happens to be your forte of preference, and you ask somebody who's in the know, who's been there for a while, if that's something they're into or not.
Okay, another one from Ed. let's put it this way. For me personally, a guy who goes chasing very, very young women like that and to do these things to them,
No, well, I mean, don't get me wrong.
you know,
That is a point I completely disagree with. I don't think I want to say I heard him say his target was like 21 to 26, which is absolutely absurd. I mean, to target that area. Now, listen, if you're a single guy, obviously your choice of dating preferences is any, legally. If you want 18 to 90, whatever it is. But to sit there and target specifically, especially younger, I totally disagree with that.
maybe you'll understand where we're coming from. Ed's actually points out a very good one here. How is it not doing anal, doing oral, a reason to dump your women? Which is what he said on his video as well. Basically, he intimated that if they would not submit, he would obviously.
Okay, but he was very specific on your standards. From what I recall, let's take the A word off here for a minute. Let's say she is a smoker and you do not want a smoker. Should you continue a relationship with someone who smokes? Or do you want to reevaluate that situation?
Well, if you knew they started, they were smoking in the first place.
Okay, what if they said I'm a casual smoker and then come to find out they're heavy smokers? I mean, I know that is a sexual preference and it's more taboo, but to me personally, it's that if you have a preference, whatever it may be, whether it's sexual or social, religious, political, if your partner does not meet any of those standards, you do need to reevaluate and you need to decide if you want to move on or not.
So obviously, let's see if I got this clear. If you're a smoker and you won't smoke, you won't stop smoking, the person leaves you, right? So if we go back to what he was doing, which is a little bit different to smoking, we're talking about a guy who's saying that if you won't give anal, you're fucked off. I mean, come on, that's just ridiculous. There's young girl.
No, it don't matter. If you're an anal dog, I'm just saying, if you're an anal dog and that's what you want out of your relationship, and she is not into doing that, then yes, you have to kick her to the curb. I'm sorry, that's what you should do.
Right. But you can't expect. Let me be funny. You can't expect a girl that young who isn't a woman of the world, doesn't understand these things, to all of a sudden accept what he wants. Do you see what I'm getting at?
No, I agree, but. Is it wrong to, if there is something, obviously when you get to know somebody, obviously you're not, you don't immediately meet and you're banging, you know what I mean? Just like you don't know if she wants one child or 8 or, whatever it might be. I mean, we can take almost any situation would be a fair comparison. If there's something within a girl you meet, I mean, obviously you can figure this out kind of quick. You can't string women along. You can't go like a year later. Oh, okay, well, you're never going to give it to me. I'm out. You should be able to figure this out within the first couple months, I would say. Correct? So for me, like, for example, I will not date a smoker. That's, I don't care how hot she is, how wonderful, how good, whatever it may be. I will not date a smoker. Absolutely not. Right. I'll just be gone. So if I was a guy who had a preference for the back door, and if she just was adamant that she will not do it, I'm gone.
Right, I understand. But like you say, there are horses for courses. And in this case, he is not going the way you say. You're speaking of a woman in general. This guy is talking about women that have barely come out of puberty, barely come out of their teens. And these are a lot of these girls.
Hold on. Let's not be ignorant about this. Women are having sex and well into their teens these days. It's a rarity for a girl to be a virgin by the time she's a legal adult. I mean, let's be fair. Let's not pretend like these are ignorant, dumb women. They are not. I've been there. They are not. Let's not play the stupid game. Not to be rude here. Let's not pretend like these girls just don't know what's going on.
All right. So what you're saying is that these girls, every single one of them, know about anal sex as soon as they come out of puberty. I'm sorry. That is that.
All right. Hold on. No, hold on.
Let's
go with data. What country in the world has the largest porno addictions?
Obviously, according to Pornhub and also all the statistics, it's the Philippines. We know this.
Okay, all right. You've traveled enough there. I've traveled there as a single guy. I've also dated those girls within the 20 range. And I'll definitely go with my experiences. They are not blind to what goes on.
I'm not saying that they're not blind to what goes on. I'm not trying to say that. What I'm saying is you can't expect a girl who's never experienced it to put it straight out there. And that's what he's expecting. That's my take.
All right, this is the way I see it. It's like, so let's say you like it. Let's just take the anal part of it. Let's just say you have just a different position that's a little out of the norm. Maybe it's difficult to pull off. I have no idea. The dump truck maneuver. And the girl's just like, oh man, I just don't want to. It has nothing to do with anal. It has nothing to even do with the butt. It's sex, just a odd, complicated position. It's like, hey, if you don't want to do this odd complication, this difficult sex position with me, I'm out. Is that different?
It depends on how you look at it. Obviously, you're more, should we say, chop the block guy than I am. I give people chances, and it's very simple. I would never, being my age and having the internet that I have, I would not expect a girl that young to be that ready. I mean, maybe a few years down the line, maybe you start experiment, fine. But the way he goes on about it, it's like it's got to be there within the first few months. Oh, fuck it off.
So he targeted. He targeted specifically, from what I recall, 21 to 26. I think this age group is experienced enough to know what's going on there. Now, listen, a girl don't like it, she don't like it. Okay, if you love it, you love it. You're an incompatible couple at this point.
I'm sorry, this just catching up with some.
Yeah. At the end of the day, the bigger problems with the pH, Enrique, human trait. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's big problems. I mean, I know this is
heavy.
About. I just want to give my from what I see from him. I don't find it as vitriol as many do.
Can he show his face? Why are you not showing?
Because he doesn't like to. Some people don't. Oh, a couple of minutes there. Hi, thank you for the thumbs up, brother. Appreciate it. Sorry. Hi, Scott. Sorry, I'm losing. Why is that not showing? Bloody thing. Sorry, just trying to click on these. One is.
No, there we go. Just to get rid of the Colombian flag, even though I try to hide my face most of it. There you go. You can see what I look like once my avatar comes back up. But here, I'll try to catch up.
The way the guy puts it across, and the way he does these special courses, which you have to pay for. I'm sorry, for me, it's.
I agree, it's silly. I agree, it's silly. We talked about last time about courses.
If you're gonna put those things on, you want to discuss it with someone in private. You want to somebody contacts you and says, "Look, I don't know, John. I've got this issue. I'm with this girl and blah, blah, blah. Obviously you mentioned that, then you talk to the guy, fine. But no, this guy's just making money for old rope. And it's just pathetic. And it's sad because he's been called out on it. And a lot of the time is, he says this age on his courses, but in reality, he'd go even younger. And that's what worries me is how young would he go? That's the scary thing.
18, from what I understand from him, 18.
Yeah, and okay, that's just because he's just breaching the legal age. So I don't know.
It's legal, unfortunately, with two people of legal age consent to is technically nobody's business. Okay, I
exactly. It's nobody's business. So why make a video about it?
And obviously, also in that video, he wasn't saying this was something he would do. He was saying if you are, I'll go back to Ed from Queensland. Hello, Ed. Last question. You cannot compare smoking to an older man manipulating. I'm not talking about manipulation at all. Now, if you want to get technical with the definition of sodomizing, I mean, that's just anal sex.
Yeah, but I think The way he says how to
Harry,
push the girls into doing it.
I've got to fight back on this fragile, decent woman thing. Okay, there are plenty of fragile, decent women there. I will not disagree with this, but I think y'all are oversimplifying the fragile, decent women thing. Honestly, as a guy who has been there,
you're protecting these guys.
I clearly I'm not. I call out bullshit when I see bullshit. All right, but I've been to the Philippines multiple times, and this was just not the case. I'm sorry. I totally disagree.
I've also been to the Philippines for the last 13 years. I've been going back and forth all the time. I've met loads of people, foreign and domestic, all as well.
Actually, I'm not just going to, I'll take it as a guy who's traveled quite a bit. I'm just going to take the fragile, decent women out of every country I've been to, because there's a lot of, I'll just call them white knights that go to these countries. Like obviously most of my time is spent in Colombia, and I'm more so in the circles of the Colombian expat community. And a lot of these guys say something similar. These, poor, decent, fragile girls getting extorted and manipulated by older guys. Now listen, the women in Colombia are not quite as innocent as the Filipino women, but it's just isn't true. And from my view,
let's put the innocent women thing to one side for a moment, and let's look at the reality. If you look at his courses and the way the videos have come up from what I've seen, it is clear manipulation. And
can I ask real quick? Has someone actually showed you one of his courses, like what he does on a course? Have you seen one?
I've seen what he does on the videos.
Okay. No, I'm not talking about YouTube videos, like his course video.
Yes, I've seen them as well.
Okay.
Some of them.
Okay.
I wouldn't be speaking if I hadn't.
Yeah, that's why I was curious to make sure you have.
Which is why I've mentioned this guy. If you know me and you know my channel, you know that most things that I talk about, I research first. I'm not going to be one of these guys who just wants to be part of the group.
I did assume you had. I just wanted the clarification.
Look, that's the reason why I don't like this guy and I don't watch his videos. I caught one yesterday because the wife actually asked me to click onto it. Did you know, honey? Yeah. I don't normally watch his videos because I think he's a reprehensible little weasel. It's one thing, doing something in private and, somebody asks you the question, that's fine, that's cool. We all do things privately. But to actually go online and literally intimate what you've been doing with your girlfriends, and your girlfriend happens to be sitting beside you, seriously, it's a lack of respect. It's just poor judgment, in my opinion. It's just a guy who's desperate to make money any which way he can. He's got nothing else, so he throws this stuff in.
Perhaps. I mean, I can't, I've never seen one of his courses. I can only judge by the YouTube aspect of it. So from the YouTube aspect of it, I will disagree with some of it. I mean, obviously, I disagree with the guy, and I think he's scummish. Okay? Mm-hmm. But there is tons of truth in a lot of the stuff he speaks.
Look, but we all know that anyway. Why does he need to even say it? Why does he need
because you know why?
Just like the girls, we are no innocents either.
All right, so what do you think the percentage is of the guys who are in the know, who are actually traveling, say in this case, the Philippines often enough, where they're in the know? Or is it actually just a bunch of retarded simps who are just clueless to the novelties of the world, and they do need help?
Okay, we can look at it another way. Let's just put my channel there, and there's others I can mention. My channel wasn't supposed to be the way it is. Okay, I've always said that. There's a video that clearly outlines that. My videos right now try to give guys a good idea of how best to travel in the safest possible ways, which aren't going to bust them open. They're not going to lose money, and they're not going to they're going to dodge the dangerous things. That's what I've always tried to do. Helpful videos, right? I don't need a helpful video from someone to tell me how to go to the Philippines and how to take a woman to bed. I don't think you do. I think most guys literally know what they're doing. They've got a good idea. And if they, like you say, if they like the specific kind of things, they know how to approach it because they've probably done it before. I know where you're going with this, and I do understand that there are some guys who are just thick as fuck. Totally understand and respect that.
But I
But
believe
to be
that percentage of let's just call them idiots at the moment. I think the percentage of the idiots outweighs the guys in the know.
Yeah, probably.
So I'm sorry, when you have a bunch of idiots, and the I would say 80%. This is pure guess, just off of. There are a lot of good dating statistics within the USA, and 80% of men are what we would classify as the simps. And most of these guys, or their large majority, are starting to travel now. So there are too many guys that are stupid. They're idiots, and they do need a guy. To you know how are you aware of how large the whole dating influencer type things are online? Like men coaching other men.
I'm sure it's pretty large. It's how you go about it that's important.
I agree. There are better tactical ways to have that done. I will not disagree with that. I mean, all guys are not created equal when it comes to helping other guys. That's 100%. And clearly, the ones who do better at it will make more money. Clearly, Enrique is not making thousands of dollars off of his course.
Let me just stop you there. Ed's got a good one. Froggy goes after the most innocent women he can find. He lost all my respect and looks like a clown. I call him out all the time. Absolutely.
Yeah, I would also agree with it.
Let's put it this way. This is a guy who can't even keep to his own word. Okay, I'll explain. He recently, up until recently, he used to have his girlfriend on the channel all the time, on every video he had. Yeah. All of a sudden, that stopped. His argument for that is he wants privacy. Well, didn't you want privacy initially? I mean, I don't get it. Lucy comes on my channel. I don't have to ask for privacy because she's my wife. I'm not going to be doing anything dodgy on the channel. Certainly not on a live stream. So it just, the guy's full of shit. Sorry, but he is.
He very well could be full of shit. I have no idea how to comment on that particular aspect. He probably is. Listen, I don't know the guy. I don't met him. I can only judge him off his YouTube videos. And whether I don't like him.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'll catch up with your chat here while you're doing that. Let's see. Start the diminish.
I was running out of power on the laptop. I don't know why. I did plug it in. Right, we're back. Sorry.
Yeah, Ed. Most guys are sim. That's why. Listen, the amount of guys giving money to, we kind of touched on this last week when I talked to you. The amount of guys giving money to women on social media is staggering. Have you actually, man? I looked at this not too long ago. The amount of money these women are making on the OnlyFans. Oh my God, dude! It is.
Yes.
So
but
ridiculous.
At least there's a place for everything and everything in its place. You see what I'm getting at?
One question for you.
Yeah.
If you have a girlfriend Filipina, and then your girlfriend is doing naked or almost naked, and then someone will give a gift, a money or anything online or social media or anything, would you accept that?
Okay, I'll put it like this: if she was doing it prior to me meeting her, I would accept it. If she wanted to start doing it when she was not doing those things, I would not accept it.
Okay, so when you're with some of these people, this is what I know where Lucy's going with this. Some of these people had their own channel. Okay, they had their girlfriend. They got their girlfriend to make their own channel. When their girlfriend's channel wasn't doing as well as they thought it was, bikini time. I think that's what Lucy's trying to get at.
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree,
and that's why we're attacking some of these individuals, because it's that manipulation that has caused the shit that's been coming out now. A lot of the guys on this channel, on my channel, on Andy's, and on a few others, because you've obviously read some of the comments on the other channel. Yourself that there's a lot of us, and I'm not going to stop because basically I think what they're doing, the way they've gone about it's wrong. You said yourself, the amount of money that can be made on OnlyFans, if they want to do this sort of thing, cool, go to OnlyFans, do it there.
No. I used OnlyFans as an example. They're doing it all social. Even YouTube is an outlet to make money.
Yes, I know it's an outlet to make money, but obviously there should be children see these sort of things. Yeah. We could say, oh, but you've got children locks on it. Yeah, perhaps. But if they're passing some guy in a cafeteria and he's watching it on his phone, the kid's going to see it. I mean, I know it can be said for a lot of things. But
yeah, but
what I'm saying
let's go to this is something I like to be clear with. The exception isn't the rule.
Of course not.
So,
But,
I mean, clearly there are things there's nobody here who's going to argue we want to protect children. Clearly we want to do that. And
unless you're the father, you don't.
no, as a guy who has a soon to be 8-year-old, with YouTube kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Listen, we had to cut my child off from YouTube. She was only watching like video game stuff, but occasionally, she's watching like a Roblox thing. This is big for kids. And, some guy's doing something and he drops an F-bomb. Like, all right, well, you're not watching that anymore, I mean, you can protect kids. Anyway, that's way off a topic.
No, I mean,
I wanted someone put a comment I did want to respond to. Let me go back. Maybe there was nothing, or maybe I covered or missed.
I know one of the things which I didn't get to, which we were talking about when you were saying about the frog and certain things that he was doing. There are laws in the Philippines under the human trafficking laws, and obviously there are laws in the Philippines which do prohibit, especially foreigners, doing the sort of things that he's doing. The only good thing he's not doing is he's not actually putting pictures or video footage of it. That's the lucky thing. But he's, what he's doing does not sit well with Philippine law. I mean, they probably won't do nothing to him because we all know Philippine law isn't exactly the fastest or most efficient in the world. However, it's, for me, maybe it's just me. I personally wouldn't do it. Even if it did make me money, I mean, this channel could make me money. I'm not monetized. Even if I did get monetized, to me, it's not my bread and butter. I do not consider this a job in any way. This for me is a hobby. I wouldn't consider this a job. And to be quite honest with you, there are those that do because they have a lot of subs and they make a lot of money. And totally agree, totally understand that.
Yeah.
And there's ways of him making the money. He could have done decent videos talking about his experiences, not in the bedroom, but in the Philippines as a whole, things to avoid, try to give people information that they need, not, that he wants to give.
Well, let me give you a quick let me give you just a quick backstory on me and how I got into the whole, what I would like to call, helping guys out online. So I've done a lot of traveling. So back in 2008, before YouTube became a thing, it was blogs. Everybody would get on a blog and a lot of guys communicating and helping each other out, right? So I had a lot of guys help me out at the beginning. Like all of us, we were a simp at some point, right? So I had went to the DR for a trip. Now, while I was down there, I got robbed. I got mugged. I got me and one of my buddies. We got jumped by 6 younger kids, probably between 16 and 20, who pulled out machetes on us, and they robbed us. We were fine. Luckily, nothing happened. But this blog I was on, I decided not to share it because more than anything, I didn't want a guy who used to travel with me was my cousin. My cousin's an awesome guy, but he likes to run his mouth sometimes, and I didn't want this to get back to my parents. So what happened almost a couple weeks later is another guy on the blog. He also got robbed, kind of near in the same area. And after that happened, I felt terrible that I did not put up what happened to me and put it out there for people to know, because not that he would have avoided it, but he would have had a little bit more knowledge to maybe avoid that area or a little more precaution. So I had all these guys who used to help me on blogs. I came to the point I need to do the best I can to kind of, pass the wisdom on. Listen, I'm not no expert or got great wisdom, but I'm just a guy who used to travel quite a bit before I got married. So I am willing to talk about, it don't matter. You want to talk about sex, if you want to talk about best ways to travel, being on planes, what to carry, I'm down for talking about any of it. And I'm not going to shy from the truth. If you want to bring up the anal talk, the bedroom talk, best ways to get girls or easiest ways to get girls, those type of things. I'm open to talk about that. You may think it's wrong to talk about on YouTube. I do not. I think these things for men should be talked about. I'm a manosphere type of guy. I think men should band together and help each other out in any way possible. And that's just give you a little background here. So while we're speaking, I'm all about talking about these things. If it only helps one guy, if it only helps just one dude. If I've been on the internet for years talking to different people, if I can just, if all that time, if I just help one person, awesome. You know what I mean?
Look, I totally understand where you're coming from, but I think there's a massive difference between talking about somebody getting robbed and somebody being analyzed. You're
willingly,
probably bear with me a second. Let me finish. You're probably more open towards the sort of chats and that in a public forum. Fine, I could understand that to a certain degree, but for me, I think it's a bit much. There are ways we can do this without having to be on the way he's doing it. Basically, there are ways and there are needs. I mean, you know, if you want to talk about something, you can have a specific channel for it. You can make it members only, which obviously would help these people, because obviously if anybody is in that situation where they need you to guide them of how insertion should be, then fine, get a members only channel and get them to thing, you know.
Maybe,
I totally understand.
Yeah, maybe because I'm American. I don't know if we are more open, the freedom of speech thing, where, you know, I'm all about having it very open. I'm have a very open public platform. Excuse me, I got tongue tied there. Where was it? What area was the robbery? So I was in between. I was outside Puerto Plata, where it happened to me in the Dominican Republic.
The thing is, this one thing I understand, you know, you say about freedom of speech. We've got freedom of speech everywhere in the world, mate. And right now, even that's been taken away from us gradually.
It is.
Fact of the matter is, you know, you've got your opinion, and I respect that. I said that to you last time. I respect it. It's polar opposite to mine, but a lot of the things are the same. And you'll probably find from the comments here, it's polar opposite to a lot of the people on here as well. You know, we've all got our opinion. To be honest with you, I agree with a lot of what you're saying, especially that, you know, we should be helping each other. Yes, but I still think there's better avenues than that, than this platform.
Yeah,
I mean,
perhaps so. I won't necessarily disagree with it, but I'm okay with guys if they're, man, we have the amount of choices we have for entertainment or getting our information and knowledge and whatnot is so large. You can get it anywhere.
Yeah, totally.
If you don't, I'm all about, if you want it, listen to it. If you don't listen to it. I mean, it's so simple to
and I'm watch it. To another point. I don't think we need that much education, especially these Sims you were saying. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to give you 2 words, okay? And either you're going to laugh at this or you're going to tell me to fuck off. And it's 2 words: Pornhub.
Yeah, but so dating advice, whether it's actual, you want to have a real relationship or if it's just hooking up.
I know. I'm just
I know you were making a jest. But I do want to put it out there. Whether it's that or, you know, real relationship or just hooking up, I think that information is valuable to a certain percentage of men. And if you were a guy who's willing to put that information out there, I think you should. I know Scott was kind of, you know, taking a little
it's not so much
a joke stab here.
It's how he's putting it out and how he's intimating it. There's I mean there's a way of it's like you say, there's one thing is helping someone, it's another one actually giving full directions with graphic images and saying, this is how I do it, you should be doing it the same way. It just smacks of dirt. I mean, there are, like you say,
So that's subjective for us. Listen. I don't think. I know this is assuming we're talking about the same particular video. I just don't think it was nothing to be alarmed about.
I'm talking about several videos that I've seen, and they all. Let's put it this way: if people are buying into it, then they are Sims. If people are buying into it, they are Sims, and they really are weak, and they really need to get their lives sorted. At my age, I'm hitting 50 this year, and I've never had to go. I've never had to go. The grey hair should have given that away. I mean, I've confused people by telling them it's platinum blonde, but it's not winning. I mean, the fact of the matter is, I've never had anybody need. I've never had need to ask anybody for these things. You know what I mean? I've always been able to. I think I manage very well.
Yeah, Perry, you got to realize you're in the minority on that.
Yeah, perhaps, but there's a way of doing things. I mean, you can have, we've all been through it at school. We've all had sex education at school. We're not idiots. We've all had it, and there's a way they put it across, which makes it seem a bit more simple, right? This guy, in my opinion, the way he puts it across, it's just smutty. And to be honest with you, the way he does it and the way he's making money of it, it just seems disrespectful. That's the way I see it.
It could be. There is some disrespect there, and I don't agree with everything. I want to make this clear. I don't agree with a lot of this stuff, but I don't think it's like overly over the top or anything. I think it's mostly normal. That's just my personal opinion on it.
All right. Okay. It's been great having you on. Not being funny, but obviously we're going to have to agree to disagree on some of the things.
No,
I
that's
totally
fine.
agree.
It's a
There
good
is
discussion.
one of the points that you made, which I think was very important, is yes, I do agree with you when you say, us guys have got to stick together. We've got to have our own little chit chats. Like, look, women do it, for fuck's sake, and they get away with it. We should have those sort of things. But like I say, I mean, there's got to be a medium and a way of doing it where, you're not bearing all to the public. I mean, the next thing we know, we'll be having a bloody bikini contest. Don't think we'd be looking good in a bikini. Maybe you, I don't know, but me, no. All right, I want to get back to the guys.
Okay, let me respond to Scott. Excuse me. I'm still a little choked up from my procedure today. You know what? So Scott basically reversed the situation about the whole anal thing. If a girl, let's just say she wanted to shove a finger up the back door on me, clearly this is not a relationship I'd want to be in, right? So I would move on. Just like if the girl don't want to give it to you, you should move on also. But Perry, man, thank you. It was good once talking to you.
No, totally good. It's good. I mean, I think it's just good to have a second opinion on things because obviously, we've got a lot of guys that obviously we see things one way and there's other people that see the other. And it's good to have both sides of the story. But, it is what it is. And unfortunately, this guy is a lot more. It's like this guy is no better than Flippy Hands. Exactly the same. He gives bullshit information on his channel.
You have so many names. I don't even know who half the guys are.
Yeah, well, Flippy Hands, I did mention it, GIO. You should know him. That same individual.
I've really. I think
this
I've watched
is the same
only
guy.
Videos but he's only interviewed people. I only see him at dinner. He interviewed I don't know, maybe 6 months or so ago. He interviewed one of the Colombian vloggers, which there was nothing there.
Well, it's like he's guilty of actually having people buy flight tickets, knowing there was a fucking pandemic, and it cost them money.
Hold on, I know you want to go. I got to respond to Ed here. Nobody is saying that they're doing this against the will. Either you if you want it, let's just say you want to try it just a one time with your girl, and she's not down for it. That's one thing. There's no forcing anybody to do anything. If the girl is willing to attempt it, what's the problem?
There you go. Okay, we'll leave it there and we'll carry on next time. Thanks, Lost, for joining us once again. And it's been interesting. different?
Oh, I do. Someone asked earlier. I do have a channel. I haven't really done too much with it, but it's Lost the Nomad is the name of my channel. I had some stuff from when I was in Colombia. I mean, listen, my channel is no prize. Okay, it's just me pulling out my phone and filming and walking around. It's but if you want to just kind of take a look, then yeah, sure, knock yourself out.
That's what I wanted originally for my channel. It never happened. I got stuck. I've got to imagine this. I've got a beautiful brand new drone sitting in its bag, waiting to be friggin' flown, and unfortunately, I can't fly it. So there you go. All right.
All right, guys.
Hey,
everybody in the chat, man. Thanks for the the feedback and everything too, man.
Okay. All right, let's carry on, guys. Sorry about that. We had a good one again, and great to have Lost on board. Good to see another view, which is always worth watching. Oh, David, sorry I didn't get a chance to greet you when you came in. Thank you for joining, brother. Yes, he did. He started out very decent. He is, let's put it this way, according to Lucy, and Lucy knows them very, very well, it's one of those things where this girl was a simple province girl. He claims she still is. She isn't anymore. She's been manipulated to do things that aren't right. Today, she had a 20-year-old on there who's pregnant with some Filipino's kid. And now she's trying to get money for her or to sell her off. I don't know. It's just pathetic. Right.
Who's next to come up? Mark, come up, Mark.
Mark's my moderator today.
Scott, come out.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of things. I mean, I've got nothing against anal sex if it's done right and it was done with respect. And you've got to be gentle about these things. You can't be a bloody bull rushing in. Pathetic. But yes, no, Lost has been on a couple of times, Ed, and it's good because we debate, we don't really argue. We debate because we have different opinions on things. I respect his opinion, I totally do, and he knows it. And that's why he's come on a couple of times. We've talked before, and I've got no issues with him. He brings out another view to things. I'm not saying he's wrong. He's right in a lot of things, and he's also, in my opinion, wrong. It doesn't necessarily mean he's wrong because I say so. It's just the way I see it. But no, and the same vice versa, I'm sure. Yeah, that's one of the things he does. It's like a lot of things he does. Thanks, Lost. All right. Yeah, no, it's always good to have contribution. And oh, sorry, I thought I've read something else there. Okay. You finished your eating?
Yeah.
Could you cover me for 2 minutes for the boys?
Sure.
Come here. Sorry, guys, I'm going to leave you in the more than capable hands of Lucy for a moment.
Okay, let's go play football. Okay, go away.
So you get to talk to Lucy for a minute. Okay. Right, give me a minute. Oh.
Okay.
I'm going to stretch my back.
Hi, guys. I'm here. Let's eat. I have watermelon here. Oh, good. So warm.
I got to stretch because that chair's hard and my back's gone on me.
Because my face is so I'm naked. Hi, Scott. Lost the Nomad.
We're doing tag teams.
The boss is here. Oh God. I'm so tired. It's Friday, it's like mad, and we don't stop cooking since morning. So what is your topic here? Your topic is about something. Hi, Scott. His naked face.
We're missing Mick, Roger, and
Yeah, where is Mick?
Sid Vicious hasn't turned up for a few weeks either.
I just finished my rice, the whole plate. I eat it all. My chef is like, I start 10 o'clock in the morning, I go home for lunch, and then go back to work, and then finish at 12. It's like 10, 12, 12 hours.
That's
Sometimes
because you're
13
short
hours,
staffed.
sometimes 12. Nice dodge. A woman is now present. Thank you, Scott. Hi, David. Okay, yeah. What's your chef? I work every day, 7 days a week, like that, because I don't have anyone. I don't have any staff. I don't have enough staff at work. So
Your staff's gone.
yeah. Our topic for last 2 hours was the kind of flowers arrangements are the best giving to the Filipina. Oh God. Give them the flower, the local flower.
All right.
What basket make the best to carry flowers in the topic?
You want to take
The
over?
rattan one. But I don't have chance to eat. Husband is here. Why you leave me here and then now you're taking me again? No, that's not fair. He leave me here. Just go away.
Sorry, guys. I had to stretch my back. Oh, bloody hell. Okay. All right. Mark's a case. I'm going to have to sell him. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do another video, guys. Obviously, not with the ministry. I hope you all enjoyed it. Honey, you can always jump on via yours. Do you want me to click you in?
Oh, no.
You sure?
Yeah.
I'll just sit here and listen to you. Yeah, I've got to do another video. Obviously, I'm on call tomorrow, so I'm going to try to record it during the day if I can. I'm going to do with some cultural differences that we find upsetting. Going to be a bit more difficult one, but it's going to be fun. But it's something that people should be aware of, especially when going there the first time.
Include the password, something. You must include that.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. We can do that, Scott. I mean, I've done a lot of the things he says, I don't agree with. Some I do, some I don't. Same him with me. I mean, you know, we're different people, but I respect. The most important thing is that we respect other people's differences. This guy isn't in any way defending the frog. He is defending just some of the things. And it's clever because, you know, he's not going to post this guy as a poster boy for great vloggers. If there are any, I don't know. But he's got his opinion. He's entitled to it totally. You know, and the good thing is, so long as you can disagree with the guy and keep that respect, that's the most important thing. The good thing is how many times do you disagree with your friends? You could be watching a sports event and you could be disagreeing with them there. Doesn't mean that you don't get on with each other, and that's the thing.
Baby, it's so sweet, the melon.
I'm sure. Enjoy. You know, that's a topic for another day, I think. I believe he's been reported already, and that's probably one of the reasons why he's looking as shitty as he is. From what I heard, he did get reported. So I think it's being looked into. It's the same as another large individual, ex-military, another lechon from Bohol, not the farming one, but the other one. is in a lot of trouble. He's in Manila now, and he's in trouble. Okay, guys, let's try to keep it civil. Right. All right. Okay. Okay, we've got an individual thing there. That's cool. All right. I will be reprising the minister from the ministry at some point for fun. That's going to be an interesting one because the last one went off very, very well. I hope you guys, some of you guys have not spoken to yet about it, enjoyed it. Any comments on that would be good. I got some really good comments on the comment section of that video. I'm surprised because I was in two minds as to whether that format or what I'd done there would have worked. And it was just something that came to mind after something Mick had said to me. And I didn't know how to put the topic that he was asking for. And analyzed it. Yeah, definitely. But I actually did this video as a mocking gesture. Obviously, we don't use names, as a mocking gesture, just for a bit of fun at their expense. And I wanted to do something a bit different. I wanted to do something a bit fun. And I came up with the idea off the top of my head, and I went with it. It was good fun. No, he isn't. The late one isn't. But he's doing all right for himself. I don't think so. I'm not sure. I saw a number there, but I didn't know it was from his. But there you go. Well, no names have been mentioned, so no harm, no foul. We're just discussing, so let's try to keep it like that, guys. It was a good topic. It was worth bashing it about. And let's remember, we're all friends here, all right? That one, I think I saw something, but I didn't. Well, maybe it was just me. I wasn't thinking at the time. I was busy when I saw it. But if he did, wow. Okay, maybe somebody's called him already. He's another one that has been begging for money for his in-laws' house to be built. Another one. Won't pay for it himself, claims he gets a lot of money out of military benefits and everything else, and then wants people to pay for his in-laws' house. It's terrible, man. Okay. Right, where are we? Oh, okay, I've done them all. Right, we lost a couple on the way. It's good to see Ed back as well. I liked his input as well.
Is Andy there?
And, I did send him a message. He's not looked at it. He sent me a message back and he hasn't jumped on. It would have been good if he had. Was it?
I got really lechon because it's fiesta on our house.
Oh, that's terrible.
I did the lechon.
Really? Okay. That's fun. I mean, there's so many of them, and the sad thing is there's a lot of Pinoy baiters I've seen as well. No, they don't, but they seem to be very happy to take the money for the house. It's a mini mansion they've got going on there. Yeah, they're always walking. Yeah, you notice that. I noticed that from the time that they went for that Korean meal. I don't know if you remember that one, Mark. It was a few months back. He took them out for a meal to the Korean place, and he was trying to engage his father-in-law, but his father-in-law just didn't. The way he looked at him, wow. Yeah, well, there you go. It cost him whatever he's done. It's cost him, because the last couple of videos he did one where he went to to have food and drink with some locals. And to be honest with you, that was pretty pathetic, because he'd had a fight with the missus. He never engages the locals, except for Jim Boy or Tim Boy or whatever the hell. Jim Boy, is it? John Boy? It's the only one he seems to engage. AdSense issue? What AdSense issue would she have? Obviously, but she should be monetized already, because she has more than 1,000 subscribers easily, and the watch hours for sure. If you look at the numbers don't match. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think. If you watch the last couple of videos that they did about the house renovation, there was tiles and everything everywhere and all expenses, and the daughter had gone out to buy tiles with somebody's money. Somebody sent money. Yeah, he does. Did you see the video when they were in Manila, where he was, the camera kept flicking over to the sister? I'd be ashamed. Seriously, I would be. I think that was his first choice, and because he couldn't have the sister, the one sister, he went with the other. Maybe hoping to get the other sister at a later date. I don't know. But it don't look good. And he's known for it. He is known for his womanizing and his drunkenness. Yes, he totally ignored them, and he even mentioned it. I saw that one. That was not good. Oh, definitely. The first chance. There was a point, I don't know, a few months back, where he even mentioned that Hannah wasn't talking to him and she wouldn't be in the videos anymore. I have to wonder if he tried it on with her then and she sort of brushed him off. I don't know. But the guy's dirty. I mean, the guy's dirty. Let's put it this way.
Fat bastard.
Fat, lazy bastard. The sad thing is, way back when, I'm going back to when even, I think I'd only just started my channel. I've only had like 1 or 2 videos up. And I didn't know anything about these guys. I didn't know anything about the Lechon or what he was getting up to. And I commented on one of his live streams just to say hello from Gibraltar. Like I say, I didn't know this guy was dodgy, like he said. And he didn't mention me or my channel, but straight after, he actually said it publicly. He said, all these spammers with their channels coming onto my channel, trying to get me to promote them. I was gobsmacked because I didn't even know that was the case. I just went to say hello. This is innocent. It was innocent as hell. And from that moment on, I started to see this guy in a different light. And I thought, there's something not right here. Then I got to know Andy because I caught up with one of Andy's videos that was linked to the Lechon. And I saw Andy's video on it and I started to learn. And there was other videos from other people against the Lechon. Not just Andy. There was about 4 or 5 other individuals. And I was shocked. Yes, he does. I've seen the messages and not good. And seriously, he's inciting violence. You can't do that. You can't do that, especially in the Philippines. You can't do that. Taking them out to the coconut forest as well, I believe. He needs to get as far away from the Lechon as possible. Once he starts drinking, no telling what will happen. Also, his drinking keeps the door open. Yeah, if she hasn't already been with him. Remember, there's the pregnancy test issue. That wasn't finalized. Maybe somebody got into trouble for that. I don't know. Yeah, I saw that picture as well. It's one of those things you need to do. Is I've got a golden rule. Whenever I'm using my laptop on a regular basis, I try to put a bit of tape over the lens, because at the end of the day, they can be hacked and they can get into your camera, and that's weird. But no, it's been going on for a while. And if you see the way he is, I think so. I think so. There was too much body language that said that in those videos. I would not be surprised. And when he went away to do his dental work in Manila, when they've got good dentists all over the Philippines, I know I use one myself in Dumaguete, and he's really good. He did a great bridge on my teeth here that I lost 2 teeth, and he bridged them over. Sorry, a tooth, and it was 2 teeth. Sorry, I apologize. And he bridged it over. It was a great job he did on them. It didn't cost me much either. So I don't understand why he had to go to Manila for it. Masin City does. Probably. I would not be surprised. And to be quite honest with you, her attitude has changed drastically. The last few videos from the Manila trip onwards, her attitude was disdainful of him, maybe. Is that the word? Contemptuous? Somebody find me a good word. Yeah. He went to Manila for the dental treatment. When he came back, which just seemed to me, I didn't notice any difference with his dentistry. And he'd been spotted in Angeles City. I know because I've got some contacts there as well, and they confirmed they'd seen him. So, yeah, it's strange. It is a very strange situation. Okay, who else have we got on? We've got 9 on with us. Anybody else want to jump in and talk? Go ahead. I would pity friend of mine who was on here for a while, Sid Vicious, obviously pseudonym, hasn't been around for a while, and I don't know where he is. He was also good. He also hated these individuals. I don't know where he is now. Yeah, we got 9 on. And unfortunately, Andy hasn't listened to my message. I don't think he's seen my message. Yeah, he has now. He's just typing something up. Okay. Right, we're going to have Andy join us in a bit as well. So definitely we're going to have a bit more fun. Unfortunately, I haven't seen Mick. Mick hasn't turned up. David D did. Glad. We are missing Mick and Roger. Roger hasn't turned up. Not farming in the Philippines. Has not turned up for today's live. Maybe he's working though. He's been quite busy recently. Okay. And I was very fortunate that I asked for certain pictures for my last video, and these gentlemen did provide them for me. Hi, Andy. Welcome to the group. We've had some fun already. So yeah, it's been quite an interesting topic. We've been talking about your favorite boy. I'm going to post a link if you want to join us here. All right. Yes, every single day the midget has been doing, the ego midget has been doing live streams, and so has the X. Flippy's been doing the same thing. So we've got Cebu Bossman, who's been here a while. I didn't get to greet you when you joined us because I was busy in discussion with Lost. I like him. He's an interesting character. He pushes the envelope. It's good. But yeah, we've been talking about a very photogenic lechon from Leyte, Andy's best buddy. So yeah, if anybody wants to join up, the links there on the screen. You can come and join me on the chat as well. But yeah, it's not been good. And according to Scott had a little ding dong with him on WhatsApp as well. Honestly, I've not noticed because I've not watched much of it recently, but definitely the boyfriend the ex-boyfriend has been pumping it out like mad. No, he's not. Long-term rent, 6 months. So it's bullshit. It was bullshit, basically. He was basically roping his simps into giving him money for his travel expenses to the US, which he said he would do in 6 weeks' time. But they were stupid because they should have seen. He took his bike to Cebu. Where's he going to leave his bike? Is there a special garage you can leave it in? Was he going to leave it with a friend? He was going to go back to the States knowing that he would have difficulty coming back? Nah. It was all a ploy to rope his simps into giving money. He was once again on a live stream telling his simps that they can fly to the Philippines in the winter and that at $525 they should grab that ticket. Right now, I wouldn't touch buying a ticket for no love or money. I really wouldn't. Yes, the 18-year-old and the 20-year-old single mums. It's like she's trying to get money and she's been showing the poor living conditions and how they need money. And in the previous video to that, she managed to get simps to pay for a mobile phone for one of her usual beggars. Constant use of the word die. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because when they've got their friends with them, it's die this and die that. And it's like, shut up. Yeah, that it does annoy me as well. All right. So you're out and about. No worries, brother. But no, it's we've got 11 in the house now. And that's good for me. I don't mind. But no, let's put it this way. She's been putting earwigging with the ego midget about how to beg for more money from her channel. And it's just sad. It really is. Yeah, I know. He did turn up there because I had a source there saying he'd been seen. I don't know how long he went for. Obviously, because he was over in Manila for over a month. So all I can tell you is you saw him at the airport. Ah, there you go. Now you know. The more you know. Yeah, totally. They were basically bouncing off each other. The midget and Miss, they were bouncing off each other. And Miss happens to have a way of earwigging and, you know, earworming these young girls and manipulating them into begging for more. Because the moment she went home, she was doing exactly the same thing. Oh, I need charitable money to help these people out because blah, blah, blah. And my camera got broken. Same old shit. Same old shit. Would have been. Bloody hell. Mind you, he did that to Balder, didn't he? He did that to Harold Balder as well. He used to scam him for drinks all the time, and he had to call him out on it. That's outrageous, man. Seriously, pay your way. You're claiming to get over 3K in dollars per month from the military, and yet you still can't afford things. Can't even afford to pay for your bloody in-laws' house. Oh, the ministry was a bit of fun, and I will be reprising that character at some point. I did it for fun, and I did it for a laugh because there's a character we have. There's a comedian. He's called Harry Enfield, and British lad, and he did this skit based on the old Pathé British news, black and white, and all the old things from the 40s, 50s, 60s. And he does a parody of it. And that's what I try to emulate because I wanted to make a mockery of these individuals. And it came off better than I thought. I ad-libbed it because what I had written supposedly like notes and that weren't quite working to what I wanted to do. So I just basically ad-libbed it with a green screen behind me, all dressed up in a suit and that for a bit of fun. And it came off better than I thought. And after watching it, Lucy laughed her ass off. And after watching it, I thought I might as well do it again at some point. Yeah, I saw those pics. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you liked it, David. Seriously, I did it for a laugh. I did it for fun. I wasn't sure how it was going to go, to be quite honest with you. And after watching it, I realized I could have made it even more funny. So expect that at some point that the ministry will return with another video. And it's going to be a surprise one. It's going to get you all again. And we're going to go a bit further with it. I'm going to push it out a little bit more just to stick it to them. I'm going to point out some of the other individuals that haven't been pointed out in the first video, but there'll be another one at some point. I had a lot of fun doing it. It took a lot of time to prepare. It took a hell of a lot of planning, and editing was a killer. I got it done, but editing was a bloody killer. However, the best part of that was basically getting it done. And I thought I was going to need several takes to do it, but I only made one cut. And that's because I'd forgotten a specific thing that I was going to say. So I only made one cut in it, and it came out better than I'd hoped, to be honest with you. And I got a lot of really good responses. The whole point was to give you guys a laugh and make things a bit of a mockery for them. Yes, I kind of figured you might have been in the same region as him, CB. I was curious as to, because I saw your videos where you did your walkabouts, and I was just wondering how far away you were. So yeah, it'd be good fun. It would be good fun to see that. That individual definitely needs bringing down a peg or two. He's doing live stream after live stream. He's lied once again to his viewers. He's lied to his subscribers. He's lied about going back to the States. He's lied about everything. The guy's an absolute sack of crap. Shameful, 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 shameful. And him and Anal Adventures are the best of buds now. So go figure. They've abandoned the two old guys from the Muppet Show back in Duma. They've legged it to get away from the Epstein labeling, and they've run away. And it seems that every jackass tells me bullshit has got his channel back. I'm sorry for that brief interruption. So yeah, interesting. Apparently, Flippy is going to do a video on the next condo he's going to go look at. Yeah, I did. What I noticed as well is one of the things I mentioned earlier was in his recent live streams and videos, Flippy's been giving a lot of relationship advice. This is a guy who couldn't hold his relationship together and had other people getting involved. And you're going to tell me that, you're going to go do videos and live streams telling people how to have a relationship there? What ages to date and how to date them and whether they have a child or don't? Really? You couldn't even keep that young girl satisfied that you had to run away. I can't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. He's very clever. He plays it very clever. He plays the nice guy. Hi, I'm Gio. I'm online with you. I'll tell you everything and you'll believe me. And then the next thing is, boom, He's off again. He was advising people again today to get flight tickets for the winter. Seriously, the way the Philippine government's going right now, 2021 might be a write-off as well. Okay. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, absolutely. He doesn't get any money from anywhere else. He is, Froggy may have been the master and he may have been the apprentice, but I think the apprentice is outdoing the master right now. Wouldn't it just? I'd like to see CB get a couple of pictures of the guy or whatever. He was asked a question on one of his live streams whether people recognized him. And he said, well, they haven't recognized me yet. But one person did say, oh, is that Geo from Geo in the Philippines? Their egos are seriously bigger than their fucking brains. Oh, that would be so much. Dude, I'd even send the money for that. Now that's worth the sympathy. That was definitely worth it. I'm getting a lot of contact from people who've joined my my channel, and a lot of them are, should we say, ex-simps. These are guys that were on certain people's channels and they got fed up of them. I'm seeing a lot of that recently, and that's good. Let's see. The China vaccine is a flop, and they can't get a reasonable program. No, of course they can't. It doesn't look good. I've been vaccinated. I've had the vaccination because 85% of Gibraltar has been vaccinated. The only reason I got it was because we were all led to believe that once you had it, you'd be able to travel. It's bullshit, I know. I never had any issues with it, not in either of the injections. I never had any side effects, any bad lasting issues, nothing. I was slight soreness there. That was it. Yeah. I personally am starting to think that I'm fearing actually that we won't be able to get over, unless, for me, in my case, unless they reopen the Billick Bayern family program again later on this year, I will not be getting over anytime soon, and that bugs me because I've been waiting for. By then, I will have waited more than 2.5 years, and it's killing me. I want to see my family. I want to sort my stuff out. I've got a lot of things to sort out there. And hopefully I'll bump into Andy and buy him a couple of beers. I know where you boys are going. It's a good job they're not in my neck of the woods, but there are 2 individuals that are. And I know a few locals. Ta-da-da-da. Yes, definitely. It's very funny how they do that. I mean, the UK is doing great in the vaccinations. And the Philippines, I believe, from the latest that I read, just over 1 million had been vaccinated out of a country of, 100 million? Not good. Okay. There's only about 10 expats doing YouTube in Mactan. I'm sure the other 1,000 who won't recognize him. Probably. He made a big mention of it. Somebody had asked him the question on one of his live streams as to whether they'd recognized him in that area. And he said that only one had mentioned something, but it didn't really approach him. But he said he'd seen people looking at him. Does the guy's ego know no frigging bounds? Now I know where his ex-girlfriend gets it from. Actually believes his own bullshit. And this guy just spreads lies and bullshit everywhere. And then you've got the other one, the dirty dog, and his best friend, every jackass. Both together helping each other because one lost his channel. I'm sure. Well, they're staying in the expensive part, aren't they? It's all very snobby. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go on for about another 20 minutes. Then I'm going to shut down for the day. We'll see how we get on. We've got 8 now. We did have a few more before, but we're missing a few boys who haven't been able to turn up today. Okay, quick check this. Yeah, that's where they're staying at. Mactown, Newtown. They probably will. They probably will. I know, that flew by. Well, we've had a good bunch of discussions here, and a lot of information has been passed. As I said, I'm prepping a new video for this week, and I'm gonna try to get that out as soon as I can, depending on work. We don't know what we're doing at the moment. Yeah, they're not very good on I've also noticed that a lot of the adverts aren't showing on these people's videos or anybody's videos, to be honest with you. I think there's been an issue. Their notifications are good. What I'll try to do is I will try to next live stream I'll try to notify the group beforehand. I thought people were being notified, but I'll try to make a conscious effort to get more people informed. Mick knew, he said he would be on if he wasn't busy helping his cousin, and unfortunately Roger's AWOL at the moment. Yeah, they keep mentioning that, the 7-Eleven and that outdoor area where they sit, is it Ayala or whatever it's called? I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about that channel or that site. No, don't know anything about it. Need a heads up on that one. No, we've had a good bunch in today. I would love to have seen a couple more that I'm missing. Sid, Roger, and Mick. But there you go. They're usually on. Big failure. Was that a YouTube one? There's a few new ones I've seen as well. Ah, right. Really? That's interesting. Defrog. All right, we've got 12 in the house right now. So the frog has been running Everything Asia. Well, how can you say Everything Asia? What would he know? Everythingasia.com is a website made by. Right. He thought putting YouTube videos on another channel would be. Well, unlike Flippy, who does YouTube channels and then steals or plagiarizes other people's work. Andy knows what I'm on about. Not that hard then. Yeah. Is Flippy still doing? I think so. He made mention of it on one of his live streams, and I kind of lost it in the house. Lucy was laughing her ass off at me because I was literally screaming at the telly. I was literally calling him a fraud, a plagiarizer, a thief. I was calling him all the names under the sun after Andy had called him out on the on his channel regarding this all Roman or whatever that crap he calls it. You know, I like to call it YouTube TV. Thieving TV. Vision. Because basically, Andy proved it clearly as well on that video that he did, how this was plagiarized. So I went to do a follow-up check, and he's absolutely right. This guy was plagiarized big time. Not good. It was a good haiku for Andy. Absolutely. And it's not just complete rubbish. Is everything, nothing, not one single thing belongs to him. All the videos are taken either from BBC historical ones or American historical ones or from films, all these little clips. They are stolen from there, which is also a copyright theft. He's used them without permission. He's using all this information he's getting from other legal historians. It's just a joke. But there are better channels out there to know, to think. He's just trying to get more money from another source. Yeah. I saw that. That was shameful. And the thing is, they were trying to explain away a lot of stuff. Sunshine. You want about sunshine? Fuck, excuse me. Sunshine shoulders. I'll say that when you're drunk. Flips makes. Yeah, but it's not just that. Is when you're not even using your own content. He hadn't even attempted to change this person's wording and word it in his own right to try to steal it that way. He didn't even have the balls to do that. He actually did it word for word, directly from this person's own dissertation or whatever it was. Sad. Yeah, Sunshine Skimmer. He's another one. I've been watching him recently, just snippets, and how he's doing the same as Beggy May, trying to promote women are virgins and all this, trying to get money for charities and trying to get people to give up their what is it you guys get in America, the stimulus package or whatever it is. Yeah, not good. I saw the messages on that one. That was outrageous. And Roger's been jumping on that a bit as well. Not good at all. Shameful. It never ceases to amaze me. It's bad enough having all these Pinoy baiters. The Juicy Pair also did one recently, and there's another one that did one as well. Or Pinoy baiting as well. It's, no respect for them. Sorry, Andy, what about Sunshine Skimmer? What's he done now? Exactly, that's the one. I saw that. CB, definitely. Send me your stimulus check and I will, yeah. It was a great opportunity. He's going to buy some real estate, which he forgets to tell his simps that if you send a stimulus check, he buys you some real estate, but it won't be yours because foreigners can't own land in the Philippines. Sad. Yeah, I can agree. Yeah. Yeah, it's terrible. He made that sob story about how the people he was building the house for, or the girl he was building a house for, how they ripped him off for materials and that. What did he expect? He should have been smart. If he wanted to help these people out, he should have gone and bought the materials himself. He should have done the right thing and been smart about it. But he was just another dickhead who thought he knew better. I mean, we've all been caught out for over-trusting people in the past. It's nothing new. But he definitely got caught. Big time. And then he complained and made a big hum and ha, hoping that people would give him money back to help him out again. You know, he's another one that takes money off the top. They all do 10, 20, 30, 40%. I said as much in my video. It's one of the worst parts of it. I would not be surprised. So we got here. Skimmer is doing the Jordan Melby. Yes, he is. I saw that. He was trying to do some sort of raffle. Yeah, is this the same one that the one in Duma that lost his channel because Levi's offered him a contract over WhatsApp? The same sort of age. Hello, dude, that was hilarious. His explanation on the old Dick's channel. Yes, because Levi's had contacted him. They'd agreed an amount, and I gave them the number, and they accepted. And then I got on a cruise ship and I sailed around the world because that's what I do. I cruise. Fucking jackass. Sorry, the guy's a jackass. Yeah, totally. The trending thing to do this year, 20% off the top. We're at the barbers here. We're going to take 20% off the top across the board. Every butt on it with fiance sister is now. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's sad because it's just sad. Yeah, exactly. But not just a fat fuck. Levi's have tried to rebrand themselves to be for the younger generation. What the fuck would Levi's be doing with a 30K channel, right? If the 30K are real, the 30K channel of old people. You know, you'd go to a younger channel. You'd go to, I don't know, the Hungry Syrian Wanderer, Ivana Alawi, or I mean, we're talking about the Philippines, that is. Or you go to a young guy's channel, maybe becoming Filipino, whatever. You know, they've got millions of subscribers. You'd want to get those adverts out to as many people as possible. No. But they went to this guy specifically because he's the very best. He sunk a cruise ship, you know, and then refloated it. Next thing you'll be telling us, the next story you'll be telling us, is he did the Moses thing and parted the seas. What a jackass. Yeah, there's a lot of people doing that. There's one called, what's it called? Nowhere Man or something.
Nick is online in Facebook.
Is he? He's probably still, yeah, but he was saying he might be working at his cousin's place, babe. Yeah, he's got other syndromes like greedy, very greedy, and extremely ridiculously greedy that he's blind. He's also blind, stupid, thick as pig shit, and for a man of his age, shouldn't have fallen for that scam syndrome. But that's me.
All inbound travelers to Negros Oriental to present a negative
COVID test.
Yeah. Valid within 72 hours from the date.
Yeah, 3 days. We have a similar one. We have a similar rule here. I don't know. I don't understand it. It's it seems like these guys are easily scammed, or was it the smell of this got him all erect? You know, this guy usually uses Viagra, but this time he didn't need Viagra. He smelt the dollars and thought, yes, I'm in the money. Levi's are going to pay me out the big one because I'm that sexy. Well, I caught a lizard, don't you know? Pay me for the lizard. Seriously, that guy needs a... You know, this is the same guy that within, I think, a couple of months of starting his channel was slagging down Filipinos and said he wouldn't adapt to them, that they had to adapt to him as if he was something special. I would like to adapt him. And if I could get to Duma now, I would show him a bit of adaptation. I'd have to help him adapt. Andy's got the right idea. I'd help him adapt. I do. You know, it's okay. Some of her stuff's interesting. Ish. It's not bad. Yes, she does. Yeah, she does. She has also been in contact with Roger. And I mean, we'd seen a couple of videos of hers before. We weren't sure about her. But yes, she does. She does expose. She definitely did. So, yeah, I've got time for her. I do watch her videos from time to time. Some of them are good. Some of them aren't as interesting. You know, it depends on, just topic really, isn't it? But definitely, she does. Yeah, it can be. The voices can be quite annoying. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And his channel. And his channel, my friend. And his channel. Okay, guys. I'm going to call it a day. Thank you all for joining me. And thank Mark Hall for being my moderator today. Thank you, Lost, for joining me on the show and for your great opinions. Like I say, the good thing about it is we can agree to disagree. Yeah, there's something that she does. Just get through these last ones. Yes. Yeah, I totally agree. Thank you, David. I want to thank all of you for coming on. Andy at the last minute as well, because I know the poor beggar was asleep. And for those guys that we missed, sorry. I wish you'd have been here, but I know you otherwise occupied. Thanks everyone for joining. And once again, Mark, big thumbs up, man. Thanks a lot, brother. Really appreciate it. We've got a good bunch. We very rarely do. Thank you, Scott, as well. Sorry. Scott's been a fountain of information for me, and he's brilliant. You know, Scott says bye, Lucy.
Bye.
So Lucy says bye to you all. Thank you, Sabu Bossman, David. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it. I'll try to do another one soon. See if what I'll do is I'll post it on the group as well, because as the Malate idiot did mention earlier on, I don't think they're promoting it enough. Bye-bye, Andy. Good night, Mark. Thank you so much, brother. Really appreciate your time and your help. Bye, CB. Bye, all. See ya. Bye-bye.